Eyewitness News starts right now.
And good afternoon, everyone. I'm Stefano DiPietrantonio. We could be in for a stormy stretch just in time for that big political rally there in Huntington tonight. Let's get right over to Storm Team meteorologist Brandon Stover to see when the rain gets here. Hey, Brandon. New at noon, we have more information from the Floyd County Sheriff after a home explodes late last night. Was meth production behind the blast? And a police officer shot and killed overnight, another seriously injured. People told to stay indoors as the search for potential shooters went on all morning. And good afternoon, everyone. I'm Stefano DiPietrantonio. The weekend is here. There's a lot happening. So let's get a first check on your forecast with meteorologist Doug Harlow. Hey, Doug. Tonight, both Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump's camps are in full spin mode after what's being called one of the nastiest presidential debates in U.S. history. Last night, the two took the stage without even shaking hands. I'm Stefano DiPietrantonio. We have a traffic alert to pass along to you right here. Westbound traffic there remains at a standstill. It's dark now, but as you see, dark or light, it's a parking lot there on I-64 near the Nitro exit. Coming off one of the busiest weekends ever for the Charleston Civic Center, it was business as usual there today, though. With thousands in town, the weekend had a few hiccups, though. Eyewitness News reporter Chris Williams live at the Civic Center right now with what went right and maybe a couple things that went wrong this weekend. Hey, Chris. The expected sentencing of the man convicted of trying to lure a child into a sex crime at the Town Center Mall play area with an obscene cell phone video did not happen today. A psychiatric report which would have helped determine the likelihood that Victor Colty would commit future sex crimes was not ready. St. Albans man who shot his dog, apparently the pet ate his dentures, now facing animal cruelty charges. Charles Gillespie was arrested after a Kanawha County deputy sheriff found a small white dog dead in a cage on the front porch of Gillespie's West Main Street home. Court documents show Gillespie claimed the dog was annoying him and frequently chewed up his stuff. He admits shooting the dog in the face after it chewed up his expensive dentures. I'm Stefano DiPietrantonio. New at 5 tonight, the manager of the Napa Auto Parts store in Elkview hopes surveillance video will help catch the people who broke into a store and took thousands of dollars in tools. He told Eyewitness News reporter Leslie Rubin one of the robbers knew his way around the shop.
Steph, you can see here where the door was smashed open.
Now at 5:30, we continue to follow breaking news. A 3-year-old Kanawha County boy found dead in a river. That child's mother, Nicole Hall, has been charged with child neglect resulting in his death. The boy had been missing for several hours before his body was found in the Little Coal River in the Alum Creek area of Lincoln County. Credit card skimmers yanked out of 2 different pumps. An exclusive look at the sophisticated devices and the warning tonight from police. I'm Stefano DiPietrantonio. We begin tonight with an Eyewitness News exclusive, a story we broke and continue to dig for answers in. 2 skimming devices yanked from 2 gas pumps on Charleston's East End just a few hours ago. Credit card information stolen from those pumps, now part of a multi-state investigation that's grown to 13 states now. Happening right now, a major health scare tonight here in West Virginia. The State Department of Health and Human Resources urging thousands of patients now to get tested after possible hepatitis and HIV exposure at a Raleigh County heart clinic. A letter issued by the department here in Charleston sending shockwaves across southern West Virginia. Breaking right now, arrests made in the massive wildfires that killed 14 people in eastern Tennessee. Who is in a world of trouble tonight? We're following breaking news out of Gatlinburg, Tennessee. 2 juveniles have been arrested in connection to those massive wildfires that scorched 17,000 acres. They're charged with aggravated arson for starting the Chimney Tops fire. That eventually spread through the Smoky Mountains and into Gatlinburg. They'll be tried in adult court, though, and will face even more charges. Tonight on Fox, candlelight and prayers for the little girl whose story of physical and sexual abuse and ultimately her death has captured the hearts of a nation tonight. Eyewitness News reporter Kaylee Gunderson is here now with how friends and even complete strangers got together tonight to honor Emily's short life. I'm Stefano DiPietrantonio. We're following breaking news right now. Former U.S. Senator and the first American to orbit the Earth, John Glenn, has died today. Glenn was born not far from here, just north, up I-77 in Cambridge, Ohio. It was just announced Wednesday. Glenn had been hospitalized more than a week ago. He was at the James Cancer Hospital at Ohio State University, but his illness was not disclosed. John Glenn, an American hero, was 95. Now to an Eyewitness News exclusive. A Charleston couple charged with felony child neglect now after their 5-year-old daughter was found wandering alone on Amity Drive. And the conditions in their house so bad, we need to warn you before we show you these images. 2 workers called police yesterday after finding the little girl walking in the street. Officers say they found roach-covered walls inside this house and floors just covered in animal feces. Inside the closet of one of the children's bedrooms, a dead cat. Animal control officers say they seized 6 dogs infested with fleas. Also, they seized a pot-bellied pig. The bathroom of the home was filthy with human waste. Daryl Keener says there was a strong odor when they finally found the child's house.
She was crying and pointing down the road, lost her mommy, trying to chase her mommy. So I set her down there on the steps, tried to talk to her, calm her down. We gave her an apple to eat. She acted like she was starved to death.
Police called in Child Protective Services for that girl and to check the well-being of the other 5 kids who live there. Only the girl and an 11-year-old boy were at the house when police entered. City officials were back at the house today to check for possible zoning rule violations. The parents, Michael Mallory and Alicia Means, are charged with child neglect, creating risk of injuries. We're here inside the Falling Rock Gospel Tabernacle Church inside Clendenin, and this inside looks like many homes all throughout this part of the county. And look at the water line right here. This haze line, it's about up to my chin. I'm 6 feet tall. This is where the water was. Look at this, inside this church. So as you can imagine, everything inside had to be ripped out, from the pews to the carpeting to the walls. The fate of Governor Tomlin's last big project in office, developing the old Hobet mine site. You feel like it's going to happen?
I know it's going to happen.
Governor Tomlin confident the Rock Creek Park project will go through. Republicans say not so fast. I got to tell you, Callie, we had so much fun doing this next story today, surprising a Clendenin family whose struggles we have been following for more than 2 months now. They nearly lost their home, everything they had to the June floods, but the one thing they held on to, their mud-covered, tattered American flag, was still flying on their front porch once the water receded. Now, it's going to hang forever preserved, thanks to an incredible act of kindness from Michaels. In our social stew tonight, a chicken in St. Albans is becoming an internet star. The problem is, Putter Dutter, that's the chicken's name, has no idea she's a chicken and brings her owner, Jessie Allen, who's also known as the chicken lady there in St. Albans, joy every day.